Hello students and welcome to this new revision video. This is our third revision video in which we are going to now revise our chapter number 3, which is Tux Paint. Okay. In the previous two videos we have revised the first two chapters. I have already told you that your syllabus for the online assessment in July this month will be the first three chapters which had been covered before the start of the summer vacations. Okay, so these are the three chapters which we are going to have in our online assessment very soon. Okay, so we have already revised two chapters in the previous two videos. Now here I am going to revise the chapter number 3, which is Tux Paint. Okay, let us start the chapter. I hope most of you must have understood the basics of the chapter because it has already been covered previously also. I am again going to revise this chapter, but this video is only for revision purpose. Okay, all of you should keep it in mind. Okay, now what is actually Tux Paint? Tux Paint is a wonderful drawing program for children. Okay, it is a drawing program just like MS Paint. I think many of you must have worked or you must have heard about MS Paint. Paint is also a very popular drawing program. Okay, similarly, Tux Paint is also a very popular type of drawing program for children. It is for small children of your age. Okay, children like to draw, they like to paint, they want to create. They are very fond of creating images, sceneries, cartoons. Okay, all these things you can create by using your Tux Paint. Okay, it is a wonderful drawing program. Unlike other drawing painting programs, Tux Paint has a lot of creative tools. So what makes Tux Paint different? What makes Tux Paint better than other programs is that it has a lot of creative tools. Means more tools are there, more creative tools are there using which you can do a lot of things in Tux Paint. Okay, many funny animations you can create. Okay, all of us are very fond of animations, so you can also create animations. Magical effects also could be added. Okay, all these things make it one of the best drawing software. Okay, which is being used. So the unique features are Tux Paint is a free software. You don't have to pay anything. Then Tux Paint has a drawing mascot. Okay, the naughty penguin is the mascot. Okay, it is a drawing mascot which is seen every time whenever we draw something, whenever we use any tool. Then before saving that, you will see that everywhere you can see the drawing mascot, which is the naughty penguin. Okay, which helps you to know more about it. Whenever some message has to be displayed, whenever some information has to be displayed, whenever Tux Paint wants to display some message, okay, then it will use the drawing mascot for that, which is the naughty penguin. Then a large variety of tools help the children to create beautiful designs. Beautiful designs can also be created by using this. Then we can add personalized stamps to our drawing once we finish it. We can also add personalized stamps. Personalized stamps means what? Like we can also add our name, we can also add any particular signature of us. Okay, like this, any personalized stamp. Personalized stamps means what? Any particular drawing or any figure we can create which verifies that it is our drawing, we have made that. Okay, that also we can add. Okay, so funny sound effects can also be played whenever you select any tool. Then what will happen? A funny sound effect will also be played, which will make it more interesting for us to work in Tux Paint. Okay, then we can also load and save images directly as thumbnails without using any file name. Okay, without using any file name, without typing any file name, we can also load and save directly the images as the thumbnails. Thumbnails are the short form of the images. Thumbnails are very short images. Okay, so these are the different features of Tux Paint which make it a unique drawing software. Okay, now let us see how we can open Tux Paint. For opening Tux Paint, there is a very simple step. First of all, select the start button, go to the start button which is there on the right, which is at the left hand side corner of the screen. At the bottom side you can see this is the start button. Okay, which is shown in the arrow here. You have to click on the start button and go on to the all programs. Okay, then choose all programs. Then from the all program list, when we choose all programs, you will see that a list will open. Okay, from the list that will open, you have to choose Tux Paint. Okay, then from the Tux Paint option, you have to choose Tux Paint windowed. After following these steps, you will see that the welcome screen of Tux Paint will come. Okay, you can see in this figure also the starting process of Tux Paint has been shown here. Okay, after the welcome screen, what we can see, we will see the opening screen of Tux Paint. Okay, see this is in the figure 3.2 you can see this is the welcome screen of Tux Paint. This figure is the naughty penguin, which is the mascot. This is the drawing mascot of Tux Paint. Okay, so this toolbox, this is the first window. This next figure is the first window of Tux Paint. Here at the side, at the left hand side, it is showing the bar. It is showing all the toolbox. Okay, the toolbox is having different tools here. Okay, then at the bottom you can see the color palette. The color is a palette from where we can choose different colors for drawing of a painting. Okay, then the toolbox is having different types of tools for either for copying, for cutting, for stamping, for drawing any shape. For different types of tasks we have different types of tools, okay, which we can select from here. Okay, then on the right hand side you can see the brush. Okay, you can see the brushes here. Okay, the sub toolbox contains more options of a particular tool. Okay, so this is actually, it is not the brush, but what it is the sub toolbox. Sub toolbox means what? Whatever tool we choose from the tools. Okay, see the tools having a lot of tools. On the left hand side we can see that there's a toolbox. The toolbox is having different tools. Whenever we select any particular tool from the toolbox, then the sub toolbox will have different options related to that particular tool which you have selected. It means that first of all we will select one tool in the toolbox on the left hand side. Then on the right hand side you will see the different options which are available for that tool. Okay, the right hand side is the sub toolbox which is having the different options which are available for that tool which you have selected in the left side toolbox. Okay, like if you select brush here, if you have selected a brush from the toolbox, then what will happen here? It will show different types of brushes. Okay, in the similar manner it will show different types of options for a particular tool. Okay, here in the color section at the bottom we have 17 fixed colors and one choice color. Okay, and this penguin is our friend. It is actually the drawing mascot which we use every time. Whenever some message is displayed, this drawing mascot is always displayed. Okay, it tells the proper method of using the selected tool. Everywhere whenever we want to use any tool, this drawing mascot will tell us what is the proper method of using that selected tool. Okay, so clicking the new button will display color boxes and starters to start a new drawing. Okay, whenever we want to start a new drawing, we will click on the new button. Okay, that will display the color boxes and starter. As you can see here in this figure, what is there, and at the left hand side the figure you can see what is there. After clicking the new button in this way, the color boxes, you can see the color boxes here also. All these are the different color boxes. This will display the different color boxes and starters to start a new drawing. Okay, using this you can start a new drawing. But what is starters? First let us understand. Starters is like a page from a coloring book with a black and white outline of a picture. Okay, it is like a page from a coloring book. All of us have seen coloring books. Okay, what is there in a coloring book? Different pictures are there, okay, which you have to color or you have to draw. So it is starters also like a page from a coloring book with a black and white outline of a picture. It is having a black and white outline. The picture is not colored. Okay, it is only having a black and white outline. Okay, and with different background colors. The background colors are also there and an outline is there. Okay, an outline is there and a background color is there. And we have to, using the paint tool and the other tools, we can fill different colors into the picture. Okay, now a fact file is given over here. The lead developer and designer of Tux Paint is Bill Kendrick. Bill Kendrick was the lead developer and designer who developed this software. Okay, Tux Paint, in this online link you can see Tux Paint is an award-winning free software for children with many interesting features. Okay, the program can also be downloaded from www.tuxpaint.org. www.tuxpaint.org is the website of Tux Paint from where you can also download the software. Now we start the different tools which are available for us. First of all, the paint tool is there. Okay, whenever we start Tux Paint, the paint tool is selected by default. By default means what? That as soon as you start Tux Paint, we can see that automatically this will be selected. You don't have to select when you start the software. As soon as you start Tux Paint, the paint tool will be automatically selected. This means that it is selected by default. It is used to paint and draw anything that we like. Okay, it is similar to the brush tool in MS Paint. Okay, it is similar to the brush tool. The brush tool, all of us have seen brush tool in MS Paint. What was the brush tool used for? The brush tool was used for painting. Okay, here similarly we have the paint tool which is very similar to the brush tool in MS Paint. We can use this to draw freehand images or sketches as well as select various brush shapes present in its sub toolbox. So as we have shown you before also, as soon as you select brush, then what will happen? Different types of brushes will be available in the sub toolbox. So we can select any type of different types of brush shapes are available in the sub toolbox. We can select any type of brush shapes which is present in its sub toolbox. Okay. Now how we can use that? Let us start drawing a scenery by using the paint tool. Okay. Here what will happen, as soon as you select this paint tool in the toolbox, then we will see different options in the sub toolbox at the right hand side. Okay. Now how we can start this? Let us start this drawing a scenery using the paint tool. Using the paint tool, we are going to draw a scenery here. Okay. First of all, what we will do, the first step is to bring the mouse pointer to the drawing area. Okay, the drawing area is the area where we have to draw the paint, we have to draw the scenery. Okay, first of all, we will bring the mouse pointer to the drawing area. Then secondly, the shape of the pointer will change from a hand to a paintbrush. As soon as you come to the drawing area, the shape of the pointer, which was previously a hand, that will change into a paintbrush. Now what we will do? Thirdly, we will select the brown color from the color palette. We want to use the brown color. So we will select the brown color from the colors palette and draw a few mountains at the upper part of the drawing canvas. Okay. After selecting brown color, we can draw a few mountains at the upper part as shown here. Okay. Then what we will do? Now we will choose yellow color and draw a small sun behind the mountains. Okay. You can see that with the yellow color in this figure also we can see the sun has been displayed with the yellow color. Okay. These yellow colors are also we can draw by choosing the yellow color from the colors at the bottom. Okay, from the bottom we will choose the yellow color and then we will draw the small sun behind the mountains. Okay, then we will select the blue color. What will you select the blue color for? Drawing the wavy line for the river. See, rivers are usually shown with the blue color. Water is shown with a blue color. That is why we will select blue color and we will draw a wavy line for the showing the river. Okay. Now let us learn a few things about the sub toolbox. Okay, what is the sub toolbox? The sub toolbox is the unique feature of TuxPaint. For every tool in TuxPaint, we have many options of the brush shapes or special effects in the sub toolbox. Okay, we can choose any brush shape from the sub toolbox present on the right hand side. Okay, we have more than 50 different shapes, but only a few are used. So we have more than 50 different shapes for the different types of brush shapes and special effects. Okay, we have different options. We have 50 different types of shapes in the brush shape are available here, but only a few are used. All the brush shapes are not used. Okay, there are 50 different types of brush shapes here. Okay, but only few of them are used because we don't require all these types of brush shapes all at the same time. Okay, let us select different types of brush shapes and now we will learn how to use them. Okay, now we come on to the haze brush shape. Okay, the haze brush is a specific type of brush shape. What is the feature of this haze brush? This haze brush is a unique sub tool. See, this haze brush will appear in the sub tool. It will not appear in the toolbox. As soon as we select the brush option from the toolbox, then what will happen? The sub toolbox will display different types of brush shapes there. Okay, so the haze brush shape is also a type of brush shape which is available in the sub toolbox. Okay, haze brush is a unique sub tool that has a hazy appearance. Hazy means which is not very clear. Okay, we can use it to draw objects that are far away. See, those objects which are far away are not very clear to us. We are not able to see those objects very clearly which are at a distance from us. Okay, so for drawing those objects which are very far away from us, we can use the haze brush tool. We can use a haze brush shape from the sub tool. Okay, now let us try how we can do this. First of all, we will select the paint tool. Okay, as soon as you select the paint tool, we will see that the different types of brush options, different types of brush shape options will be available in the sub toolbox. Okay, now we can select the haze brush shape and select the light blue color. Okay, after selecting the haze brush shape, you can see that the light blue color will be, you have to select from the bottom. Okay, from the color option, you have to select the light blue color. Okay, first of all, select the paint tool. Then from the sub toolbox, we will select the shape. We will select the haze brush shape, and then we will select the light blue color from the colors. Okay, we will draw a few clouds in the sky. What we will do, we will draw few clouds in the sky by using the haze brush. Why we are using the haze brush? Because clouds are very far from us. Okay, so those objects which are very far, we can use haze brush for drawing them. Okay, it gives us the effect that the object is very far from us. That is why it is looking hazy. Okay, it is not very clear. And those objects which are near to us or those which are very big, they will appear clear to us. Okay, in the scenery. Now, similarly, we can select green color and draw the trees as shown in the figure. Green color can also be selected for drawing the trees at the bottom of the mountains. Okay. Now, we will see how we have seen how we can use the haze brush shape. Now we will see how we can use the magic tool. Okay, we will see how we can use the magic tool. What is the magic tool here? It is a very special feature of TuxPaint, the magic tool. We can use the magic tool for drawing and giving amazing effects to a picture. It is the magic tool is used for creating and adding amazing effects to the pictures. Okay, how we can use that? We can select, first of all we have to select the magic tool from the toolbox. Okay, as soon as you select the toolbox, as soon as you select the magic tool, the pointer will change to a magic wand. Okay, you can see the magic wand symbol is given here. The pointer will change to a magic wand as soon as you select the magic tool option. Okay, magic wand means what? The magic stick. Okay, like which the magicians use. Okay, then now we will apply some magical effects to our drawing. Okay, some magical effects will be applied to the drawing also. Okay, now bricks magic. Okay, as see, like here, as soon as like in the previous case, what we had done, we as soon as we selected the paint tool, the different brush options were available in the sub tool. Now again, as soon as here also, as soon as you select the magic tool in the toolbox, on the left hand side, different options from the magic tool will appear in the sub toolbox on the right hand side. So first of all, you will select the magic tool from the left hand side toolbox, and different options which are available for the magic tool, those sub options will be available in the magic tool on the will be available in the magic tool on the right hand side. Okay, now we will select the brick sub tool from here. See, the brick sub tool is available in the magic tool on the right hand side. Okay, the bricks effect, see what is this bricks magic tool used for? It is used for creating the bricks effect. It is used for creating the drawing of a brick. Okay, the bricks effect fills bricks into the picture. So if you want to fill the bricks into any picture, then for that we can use the brick magic sub tool. Okay, select the brick sub tool. Okay, the brick sub tool we can select from where we can select from the right hand side sub tool box. From there we can select the brick sub tool. Okay, what will this do? The bricks effect tool will fill the bricks into the pictures. Why we are filling the bricks? Because we want to create a house. Okay, the house is made of bricks. That is why we have to use this bricks magic tool for filling the house picture with the bricks. Okay, now we will draw a hut. Actually, it is a hut which we are drawing. Okay, we will draw a hut using the lines tool and apply the bricks effect as shown in the figure. Okay, we will first of all we will draw the hut using the line tool. The line tool will do what? The line tool will draw the outline of the hut. Using the line tool, we can draw the outline of the hut. Okay, after drawing the outline, what we will do? We will use the bricks tool for adding the bricks to the image of the hut. Okay, the TuxPaint software works on all the versions of Windows 95 through Windows 8. Okay, it is available for all the Windows versions. Mac OS X also it is available, and Linux also it is available. Okay, and in many other operating systems also we can use the TuxPaint software. So we can say that it is available for all the major operating systems. Okay, so after using the lines tool and the brick tool, we will be able to draw the hut and fill the bricks as shown in the figure. You can see in this figure, using the bricks effect, we have drawn a hut with the bricks inside. Okay, we have drawn a hut which is made up of bricks here. Now we can see the blur magic tool. Okay, what is this blur magic tool used for? This sub tool blurs the area of the picture on which this effect is applied. Okay, this tool is used for blurring the area. Blurring means what? Making it unclear. Blur means what? Which is not clear. Okay, blur means which is not clear. So sometimes there is a requirement for us that sometimes we need to blur some area of the picture. Okay, we don't want to make the area of the picture look very clear. So then what we can do? We can use the blur magic tool. Okay, wherever we want to blur any image, any portion of the image, for that we can use the blur magic tool. This sub tool blurs the area of the picture on which this effect is applied. Okay, let us see how it works. We can select the magic tool and then the blur effect from the sub tool box. How it will work? For it also, first of all, we have to select the magic tool. Where we will select the magic tool? We will select the magic tool from the left hand side toolbox. Okay, then what will happen? As soon as you select that, corresponding to the magic tool, the different options will be available in the sub toolbox on the right hand side. Okay, then the blur effect tool, from the sub toolbox you will select the blur effect. Okay, so the sub toolbox is given on the, it is shown on the right hand side. From that we have to select the blur effect option. Okay, then we will apply it all over the boundary of the mountains and we will see how it looks. So where we are going to apply, we are going to apply this blur magic tool over all the boundary of the mountains. Why? Because the boundary of the mountains is not very clear. Whenever there is some mist, whenever there is some smoke, or wherever there is some snowfall, or whenever the atmosphere is not very clear, then we must have observed this also, that the boundaries of the mountains are not very clear. That is why we are applying this blur effect tool to blur the boundaries of the mountains, because after applying this tool the boundaries of the mountains will not look very clear, they will look a little bit blurred. Okay, so all we are doing this because we want to create the scenery which is very close to our real life. The scenery which should look like it is a real life scenery. Okay, that is why we are applying this these different effects, because they will make our scenery look more real. Our scenery will look more real, like the real life, because by using this effects our scenery will become more real like, and it will become more artistic. That is why we are trying to use these different effects. Okay, so what will happen, this sub tool we are going to apply this over the boundary of the mountains, and after this we can see that the boundary of the mountains has now become blurred. Okay, by using the blur magic tool. Okay, we can use this blur effect as many times as we like. It is not compulsory that we can use it only one time. Okay, we can use it as many times as we want. We can use it many times. Okay, we can use it 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, any times as our wish. Okay, every time we use this tool the image will fade a little more than the original one. Okay, the first time we will use this tool the image will fade a little bit. Okay, because this blur tool is used for fading the image, it is making it more unclear. Okay, the first time we will use this the image will be a little bit blurred. The second time we will use it, it will be more blurred, and so on. The more we will use this tool, the more the image will fade. Okay, the image will fade a little more than the original one every time. Okay, so I hope this much is clear to all of you. Now, what is PhotoWorks? Well, PhotoWorks is an American company. It has developed a software using which we can convert our TuxPaint drawings into puzzles. So PhotoWorks is a American company. It is a company of America. What it has done, it has developed a software using which we can convert our TuxPaint drawings into our puzzles. Okay, this company has made a software using which we can convert the TuxPaint drawings into puzzles. Okay, so here for this video we will stop here only. In the next video we will start with your grass effect. Okay, in the next video we will see using the grass effect. The next video will be our last video before your exams. Okay, in these 4 videos we will revise all the 3 chapters. Okay, 2.5 chapters we have already revised. In the last video which will upload tomorrow, in that video we will revise the remaining portion of chapter number 3. So till then, thank you students. I hope this chapter was clear to you up till now. If there are any doubts in this chapter, you can ask in the Google Classroom. Okay, thank you. Bye.